In this lesson, we are going to learn about the concepts of thermal equilibrium through the applications of thermometer. The boy is suffering from fever, and the doctor measures his temperature. What kind of thermometer does he use to measure the temperature? The doctor uses a clinical thermometer to measure the boy's temperature. Can this thermometer be used to measure the temperature of a furnace or melting iron? The thermometer used to measure body temperature cannot be used to measure very high or low temperature. There are different types of thermometers used to measure different ranges of temperature. Examples of different types of thermometers are mercury in glass thermometer, alcohol in glass thermometer, gas thermometer, thermocouple, resistance thermometer. Mercury thermometer consists of a bulb containing mercury attached to a capillary tube. As the temperature increases, mercury expands and flows up the capillary tube. Since the capillary tube is placed against the calibrated tube, temperature can be measured. The boiling point of mercury is 356.73 degrees Celsius. And the melting point is -38.83 degrees Celsius. So, the range of a mercury thermometer is from -38 degrees Celsius to 350 degrees Celsius. The temperature scale used in a mercury thermometer is the Celsius or Fahrenheit scale. In the Celsius scale, the thermometer is calibrated using the melting point of ice as the lower fixed point and the boiling point of water as the upper fixed point. The melting point of water is taken to be 0 degrees Celsius and the boiling point is taken as 100 degrees Celsius. The scale is divided into 100 equal divisions in between these two fixed points. In the Fahrenheit scale, the melting point of water is 32 degrees Fahrenheit and the boiling point of water is 212 degrees Fahrenheit. The scale is divided into 180 equal divisions in between these two temperatures. An alcohol thermometer consists of a bulb containing alcohol attached to a small tube. As the temperature increases, alcohol expands and flows up the capillary tube. Since the capillary tube is placed against the calibrated scale, temperature can be measured. The boiling point of alcohol is 78 degrees Celsius and the melting point is -144 degrees Celsius. The commercial alcohol thermometer has a marked range of -20 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius. Since the boiling point of alcohol is very low, the alcohol thermometer is only suitable for measuring low temperatures. The scale for the alcohol thermometer can be calibrated similar to the mercury thermometer. What are the advantages and disadvantages of the alcohol thermometer and the mercury thermometer? Click on the Compare button. A gas thermometer works on the principle that when a fixed mass of gas is heated, it expands. It consists of a bulb connected to a manometer. The bulb is filled with a gas and is in thermal contact with the object for which temperature is to be measured. A fixed mass of gas, when heated, expands and pushes against the mercury in the U-tube, and hence the difference in height of the mercury levels, H, changes. Knowing the reading H, the pressure of gas, P, can be calculated using the formula P equals to H rho G. By varying the temperature from 0 degrees Celsius to 100 degrees Celsius, a series of values of H is obtained. By plotting a graph of height against temperature, the gas thermometer is calibrated. For any value of H read from the thermometer, the temperature can be found from the graph. A thermocouple is a thermoelectric temperature sensor made of two different types of wires. It has two junctions, the measurement junction, the hot junction, and the reference junction, or the cold junction. The cold junction is normally an ice bath maintained at 0 degrees Celsius. The temperature difference between the two junctions will result in a small voltage difference across the junctions. Based on the property that the voltage difference increases with temperature difference across the two junctions, a thermocouple can be calibrated to read temperatures. By varying the temperature of the hot junction from 0 degrees Celsius to 100 degrees Celsius and recording the corresponding readings of the millivoltmeter, a table of data can be obtained. A graph of voltage against temperature can then be plotted. By putting the hot end of the thermocouple in contact with a substance for which temperature is to be measured and recording the reading E theta of the meter, the temperature of the substance can be calculated by using the formula. Theta equals to the ratio of changes of voltage difference between the lower reference point and the upper fixed point multiplied by 100, or it can be read directly from the graph drawn. A thermocouple thermometer can be used to measure very high temperatures, such as the temperature of a furnace. Based on the material of wires used, the temperature range varies. Resistance thermometers are slowly replacing thermocouples in many lower temperature industrial applications, below 600 degrees Celsius. It works on the principle that resistance changes linearly with temperature. After calibration, temperature can be measured. A platinum coil is usually used in a resistance thermometer due to its stability with temperature. It requires a small amount of current to be passed through it to measure the resistance. It works on the principle of Wheatstone bridge, according to which the deflection will be zero if the resistance in the four arms are balanced. The fourth arm is the material which temperature has to be determined. The value of resistance of the element used in the fourth arm can be calculated. Using this, the temperature of the material is calculated.
How does a simple thermometer work? Pour equal parts of tap water and rubbing alcohol into the bottle, filling about 1/8 to 1/4 of the bottle. Add a couple of drops of food coloring and mix. Put the straw in the bottle, but do not let the straw touch the bottom. Use the modeling clay to seal the neck of the bottle so the straw stays in place. Now hold your hands on the bottle and watch what happens to the mixture in the bottle. What happens if your thermometer is in the shade or in sunlight? What happens when it gets colder? How does wind affect the thermometer?
A thermometer is a device to measure the temperature of a substance. A thermometer is read when it has reached thermal equilibrium with the substance being measured.